Hello girls, today inshallah we will talk about transformation. We will cover in this video 5 main concepts: translation, reflection, dilation, congruence, and similar figures. So let's start. Change of the graph. So a transformation means my graph will change in its size or in its position or in its orientation. First one, we will talk about translation. Translation means my position of my shape change, but orientation and direction will not change. How I know that? You will know that when you see this side has E and D segment. When we move them here, E and E, the same segment, not change. So the shape of my triangle get the same direction, only it's moved to another place. This case we call it translation. When we translate any shape, we get an image of my shape. This image we call the points here, for example, D become D prime, E become E prime, and F become F prime. Again, direction or orientation of my shape not a change, but position will change. The first question we will start with it here. Which triangle in the image of ADEF here, EDDEF, this triangle, which one image after translate my shape? When I translate my shape, we said the same direction. Is HGI the same direction? No. KGL also no. Only MNO, it has the same direction of my triangle DEF. Do you see? Image of my shape with the same orientation. So my picture here of my triangle DEF, it is MNO. Next one. Graph the image of the given triangles after translate 2 units right. So 2 units to the right and 2 units up. We told before, when we want to draw any translate for my triangle, first I need sure in my coordinate plane skip by 1. So it's skip by 1. Yes, this is 1 and this is 2. So it's skip by 1. Let's start. 3 units to the right. So I will start with this point. 1, 2, 3 units to the right, and 1, 2 up. So this is the first point. Next one. 1, 2, 3 steps to the right, 2 steps up. And last point here. 1, 2, 3 to the right, 2 units up. This is the third point. Connect between them. So this is my image of the blue triangle. Okay? Next question. Okay. Quadrilateral P prime, Q prime, R prime, and S prime is image of my quadrilateral PQRS after translation. First of all, what is quadrilateral means? It means any shape with four sides. Fine. If the length of side PQ is 2.8, PQ, this line, is 2.8. What is the length of B prime, Q prime? This is B prime, Q prime. The same. We said when we translate any shape, direction, orientation not to change. Angles not to change. Length not to change. Only position will change. Again, only position, sides, angles, area, anything of the shape not to change. Only position move from a place to another place. This place may be up, down, right, or to the left. In this case, here, this is my shape, this is my quadrilateral, and it moved down. So sides, the same, 2.8 units, it will not change. What about angle R? Angle R will change. So angle R prime, different? No, also the same. Measure of angle R prime also equals 75 degree. So we finish from translation. Let's go to reflection. What does reflection mean? Reflection mean my figure, my shape reflect or flip around or across line. This line we call it what? Line of reflection. Is line of reflection always y-axis? No. Sometimes was y-axis or x-axis or a different axis. How I know which line? The distance between any point to this line must be the same distance from the line to the image of this point. So distance from C to this line, same as from the line to C prime. Also distance from B to line of reflect, the same distance from B prime to my line. So they are equals. Let's start with the first question. Here, trapezoid ABCD shown reflect across y-axis and ask me to identify the points. So y-axis means from D to y-axis, the same distance from y-axis to D prime. This is D prime. From A to y-axis, 2 units. So from Y to A prime, also 2 units. This is A prime. B to y-axis count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is B prime. Last one, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. And here C prime. Connect between them. And this is image of the trapezoid. Give me the points now. We know points start from X, value of X, then value of Y. So I will start value for D. X is what? And the Y is a 3. So 1, comma, and 3. A 2 and 8. B 6 and 8. C 8 and 3. Don't forget, start from X, then Y. A prime, here this is A prime, negative 2 and 8. B, negative 6 and 8. C, negative 8 and 3. And last one, negative 1 and 3. So this is the first question. Let's move the second one. Here in this question, is a triangle A prime, C prime, B prime, C prime reflect of a triangle ABC? Yes or no? Let's check that. We said to decide that two figures are reflect across any axis, distance must be the same. So the distance from A to line of reflect, is it the same from this line and A prime? This is from line and A prime, short, and from this line and A long, correct? So are they the same distance? No. So the answer is no, they are not. Why? Explain. Because the distance from A to line of reflect is greater than the distance from line of reflect to A prime. Okay, so they are not reflected. Next question. Your friend gives you the graph of quadrilaterals, any shape with four sides, we call it quadrilaterals, ABCD, and its image. This is ABCD, and this is its image. Quadrilaterals A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, with reflected, produce this image. Here, are they reflect? Yes, they are reflect because here will be this shape end with B, point B, and the other image start with B, so they are reflect. We know that. Are they reflect across y-axis? Let's check that. Here 1, 2, 3 units, and from my line of reflect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no, not across y-axis. Across what, girls? How I know? Okay, I told you a very easy way to do that, to know where is line of reflect. I will start from B, one step, and from B prime, one step. Then second step, third step, fourth step, and here fourth step. So here I will draw my line of reflect here. And actually, if you count how many units between B and B prime, B to B prime, they are equals what? Equals 8 units. If we count from B to B prime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. Half of them, 4. So I'll have 4. My line of reflect become after 4 units. If I ask you, give me value for this line cut X in which point? Look at here. It cut X in this point. What we call this point? X equals what? X equals 1. So my line of reflect is X equals 1. Line of reflect is Y equals 1. Okay, next one. We will talk about congruent figures. We said we will cover 5 concepts here. Translation, reflection, and now congruent figures. Congruent figures means the figures, they are equals. The sides equals. The angles equals. Do you see here? Same sides, the same length. The angle, all of them right. Angles, so angle the same, size the same, area the same, perimeter the same, not a change in the shape or in size. If the shape or figures not a change in size or angles, we call them congruent. Congruent means they are equals, but with shapes, we cannot call shapes they are equal shapes. No, we call them congruent. And write this sign for that. This sign means two rectangles, they are congruent. Let's start exercise. First one, is triangle DEF congruent with triangle D prime, E prime, F prime? Let's check. Here, between F and D, how many units? 1, 2, 3. So D and D prime, F prime, 1, 2, 3 units, correct. What about E prime, F prime? Also 4. E prime, D prime, 2. So are they congruent? Yes, they are congruent. Even if we flip it or rotate the shape, no problem. Here we didn't ask about if the shape after rotate or after translate or after anything. No. The important thing, are the sides and angles, they are equals? The answer, yes, they are equals. So, yes, they are congruent. So my answer is yes. Okay, they are congruent. What happened to them? I can answer the shape FDE. It's rotate, flip around angle 180. But the important thing to know, yes, they are congruent without more information. Okay, next question. Describe a way to show quadrilateral ABC is congruent to quadrilateral A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. In this question, it doesn't ask you are they congruent or no. No, because the question tell you they are congruent. So there is no questions. Only I want to prove that. And if you remember, we said we proved that through how many steps? 4 steps. Number 1, reflect. So are they reflect? Yes. How I know that? Because A in the left side become to the right side. So they are reflect. Reflect across what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And from A prime to y-axis 1, 2, 3. So they are reflect across y-axis. When I reflect this triangle across y-axis become where? Become here. So let's draw it after reflect. 1, 2, 3. I will count 1, 2, 3. This is A prime. And from B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is B prime. D, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is D prime. And last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C prime. Connect between them. This is my new shape. I will forget the first one and focus about a new one. So reflect across y-axis. Number 2, translate. Translate means move. Let's check move how many steps. We said choose any point, not all of them. I can choose D, C, B, anyone. So let's choose D. And count between D and D prime. Okay? Not count between D and A. No, D and D. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 step down. So I will go down 5 down units. Number 3, dilation. Is there any dilation here? Is size of the shape change? Here length 2 units, length 2 units. Width 1 unit, 1 unit. So is my shape become bigger or smaller? No. So there is no dilation. No dilation. Size, my figure not change. Last thing, coordinate plane. Number 4, points. And I told you, you need to figure out the point of my image. Let's write them. Always, girls, put in your mind, we start from x. So x here value is what? -3. -3. comma, and 0. Then it'll be -5 and 0. -5, comma, 0. C, -5 and -1. Last one, D, negative here, D, -3 and -1. Okay, and these 4 steps to prove that, or to describe the way how my figure move from here, this place or this position, to another position. But they are what? Congruent. Okay, next question. You are making 2 triangles, flags, for a project, and you need the flags to be the same shape and size. Triangle X, Y, and Z and triangle X prime, Y prime, Z prime are flags you have drawn. Are the flags the same shape and size? Yes or no? Let's check. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4 units, and here 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And the high here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Between Y and X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, they are congruent. What happened to my shape? What do you think, girls? We said we start from reflect. Are there any reflect between them? Yes, there is. How I know? Z in the left, now it's become to the right. So it's reflect around which axis? Around Y axis. Here, 1, 2, and my shape become here. Here, X prime, and this one, Z prime. No need to draw all triangle, don't confuse yourself. Only 2 points. Now, what happened now to these 2 points? So, I agree that first step, what? Reflect. Then what happened? My point Z is here. How it's become there? I told you before, choose one point and work with it. Don't choose all points at the same time. So, only 1 point. I will focus with Z prime. What happened? How it moved from here to here? Let's count. I'll change the color first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. 1, 2, 3 to the right. So, 6 down, 3 to the right. And what happened to them? Translate. Okay, next lesson is dilation. We said before, dilation means change the size. This change may be become bigger or smaller. Now we have something we call it scale factor. What is a scale factor? Scale factor is a number I multiplied by coordinate plane x and y. And when I multiply by my shape, my new image become bigger or smaller depend on this scale factor. If scale factor greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, my shape or my figure become bigger. If scale factor greater than 1, my figure become bigger. If my scale factor between 0 and 1 less than 1, my figure become smaller. So if my scale factor, for example, 1 out of 2, I know my shape become smaller. Let's start. Here we have this shape. We need to figure out first coordinate plane for my first triangle. D is 0 and 0. E, 2 and 0. F, 0 and 2. And the question gave me the scale factor 2. So what I will do with the scale factor, I multiply my points by 2. Scale factor 2 multiplied by 2. Scale factor 3 multiplied by 3. 4 multiplied by 4 and so on. So multiply by 2 equals 0 and 0. 0 multiplied by 2, 0. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. 0 multiplied by 2, 0. 0 multiplied by 2, 0. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. What I will do next? Draw my new points. D prime, 0 and 0. So I'll start with it. Here, D prime. E prime, 4 and 0. This is 4 and 0. F prime, 0 and 4. This is F prime, 0 and 4. So I get my new figure. This one. So directly use a scale factor to multiply my points to get a new figure, image of my shape. Next question. Find the scale factor for the relation shown. Here, the opposite. It asked me about the scale factor. So what I will do, the same goes when the question asks you about translate or reflect or dilation. Choose one point. Don't choose everything to don't confuse. Now I will choose this side, D and E. D and E equals what? How many units? From 0 to 4. So 4 units. Again, from 0 to 4, 4 units. DE. What about D prime? E prime. Start from 0 to 16. So length of this side is what? 16. 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Oh, here the first one, it's between 4 and 6. So the first one is not 4, it's 5. Here because it's between, not exactly over 4, so it's 5. Between 4 and 6. Here 6. So between 4 and 6, it's 5. E prime between 14 and 16, so it's 15. My question is, what is a scale factor? We said we multiply by the numbers, correct? When we use scale factor, we multiply my point by it to get the new one. So 5 multiplied by what gets you 15? 5 multiplied by 3 get me 15. My scale factor is 3 units. Last thing we will talk about it is similar figure. Are similar figure equals figure? The answer is no. Similar, not equals. Two-dimensional figures are similar if they are has the same length? No, the same angles. Angles equals, but sides give me a ratio. So when I take 5 over 10, give me 1 out of 2. If you take 4 out of 8, give me also 1 out of 2. So when we take sides over the sides, all of them give me the same rate or the same fraction. In this case, we call they are similar, because similar shape, they are the shape after dilation. So not the same sides, not the same size also, but the same angle. Angle the same, but not the same area. How I figure out they are similar? As I told you before, we will take a ratio, for example here, from small triangle over big triangle. 5 out of 10, then 4 out of 8, and 2 out of 4 here. If we simplify them, divide here by 5, it will get you 1 out of 5. 1 out of 2, sorry. If I divide here by 2, it gives me also 1 out of 2. If I divide here, simplify it, divide it by 4, also it will give you 1 out of 2. So all of them, when I simplify the fraction, I get the same fraction, the same ratio. So because of that, I decide they are similar. Let's start the first question. Are or is triangle MNO similar with PQO? Let's check. It's more than enough to check 2 sides. No need all of them. 2 of them, if 2 of them they are equals, we can decide they are similar. I will start from this side over this side, small over big. If you choose big over small, the same, no problem. So here, 2, 4, 6. 6 over 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9 over 9. This is the first 2 sides. The other 2 sides, here, 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 over 6. Let's simplify them. 3 over 6 equals half. 6 over 9 equals 2 over 3. Are they the same ratio? No. The ratio between them, they are not the same. So are they similar? No, they are not. No, they are not similar. Last question. Describe if the quadrilateral RSTU similar with Vx, Y, and Z. So here, this is the picture of my shape. Let's check. I will count. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 units over 1, 2. Yes, because this is half and half, and this is 1. So over 2. But are here skipped by 1? No, they are skipped by 4. So again, let's start. Here, 2, skip by 2, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this is incorrect rate. 8 over, here 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. 4 equals 2 out of 1. Let's check another side. 2, 4, 6, 8 over 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. Simplify it, divided by 4, both of them, 2 out of 1. So are they similar? Yes, similar, because we have here the same rate or the same ratio, so they are similar. This is everything about transformation. All the best, and thank you.